Hello, my friends, and welcome back to our playthrough of Workers and Resources, Soviet Republic, with the early start and biomes DLC enabled, with 1930 start and out self-imposed challenges. We are returning right to where we left off last time. Our aggregate truck and cement trucks are hard at work delivering the gravel, asphalt, and concrete needed to build the foundations for our gatehouse, at which our excavator is patiently waiting to turn the resources into usable foundations. Now, the struggle ahead won't be an easy one to any of us, but it specifically won't be an easy one for Comrade Excavator Operator, as he is responsible for the most expensive and complex machine owned by our young socialist republic. Not only this, he will also be responsible for laying the foundation for every apartment, state building, service center, and infrastructure complex. But as great as the weight on his shoulders is, it is equaled by the greatness of the service he is doing for our socialism. In Workers and Resources, Soviet Republic, constructing buildings can work in one of two ways. Either you pay for the building with either rubles or dollars, and the building is instantly built for you. The second way is to order the carrying of all the necessary resources to the building site, and then provide the workforce, and optionally, the assisted machinery, to turn the resources into a functional building. As we are playing on realistic mode, only the second method of construction is possible for us. This, however, will not deter us in our grand socialist future. If anything, it will only strengthen our bond with our glorious republic, as each and every building will be something we spent time and careful planning in order to turn them into realized reality, carrying the weight of being aware of the waste caused in case of failure in design, but at the same time uplifted by the triumph of seeing one day our republic reaching the glorious socialist utopia. After the foundations have been laid, it is time to start the construction of the building itself. For this undertaking, workers are always needed, but if construction cranes or road crane vehicles are available, they will speed up the construction tremendously. However, in 1930, no road crane vehicles are yet available, so all the construction has to be done by hand, without machine assistance. While this is laborious and time-consuming, it will endear the socialist worker more closely to the great structures he is building, as laying of each brick and hammering of each nail will be a personal showcase of socialist craftsmanship. With the final nail hammered in its place, the gatehouse is now complete, forever marking February the 8th of the year 1930, as the day when the first building of our republic was erected. The revolution has now officially been established on the Arabic map, and with it, promise of a brighter socialist future is one step closer to reality. After the gatehouse was completed, game mechanically it is now considered a road instead of a construction site, which now allows our vehicles to pass into what will become our initial city. The overall construction plan for the city will go as follows. The groundwork vehicles will initiate construction of the warehouse, and once groundworks are completed, they will move on to initiate the groundwork construction of a university. At this point, the open-hull vehicle will start to carry the necessary building materials that will be used in construction of the warehouse. If this cycle of groundworks, followed by construction material delivery, can be properly chained to each planned building of our republic, we should achieve 100% utilization of our vehicles, suffering no downtime of them sitting in construction office waiting for orders. We have noticed a concerning flaw in our concrete carrying truck. While the other Russo ball trucks we are using are capable of reaching maximum speed of 30 kilometers per hour, the concrete carrying truck can, for one reason or another, only reach the maximum speed of 17 kilometers per hour. Understandably, as there is no way for us to remedy this flaw. This has the concerning possibility of lowering the maximum speed of our entire construction effort to 17 kilometers per hour, as the other faster trucks will be forced to lower their speed to 17 kilometers per hour when behind the concrete carrying truck. we have initiated an investigation of highest priority to this matter. It is possible that the gearbox of the vehicle might have been sabotaged by capitalist infiltrators or the assembly worker responsible for the gearbox construction, through no fault of his own, had his education under pre-socialist government and needs an urgent re-education in proper socialist responsibility. This is a major blow for the ambition of our republic and self-imposed challenge. But in the end, even the lowered speed of our concrete carrying truck is a metaphor of the fact that the great socialist progress might be slowed, but it cannot be stopped. The cycle of previously described 100% construction vehicle utilization is now about to go into effect, as the groundworks of the warehouse were successfully completed by comrade excavator driver. Now, our open hull vehicle is free to start carrying the bricks, planks and steel needed to erect the warehouse building itself, while the aggregate truck, concrete truck, and the excavator will proceed to work on the groundworks of the university, after which the cycle is repeated for the following buildings. Now, the most keen-eyed of you may have noticed, no construction orders are being given to build the collected building materials into a finished building. Explanation for that is simple. Currently, there is no benefit in it, and it will be waste of resources due to the realistic difficulty we have chosen. On realistic difficulty, buildings will start to accumulate wear and tear the moment they are finished. As the building progress at the moment, even under ideal circumstances, would be detrimentally slow, it would lead into a situation in which when the last building needed for the functionality of the city gets finished, the first building would have already generated high amount of wear and tear and soon in the need of overhaul. Unfortunately, our predictions of the limited speed of the concrete truck causing the entire resource delivery chain to fall behind in schedule were proven true. As every truck has to use the same road both for resource retrieval and delivery, it is unavoidable that every truck will eventually be stuck behind a concrete truck and also have their speed limited to the speed of the concrete truck. However, the fast-responding Central Design Bureau of our great socialist republic has come up with an ingenious solution. What is located just behind a downhill and a river from where we have established our initial city is an untapped oil field that we are planning to utilize for the betterment of all socialist republics. By exporting the oil from the field to these republics abroad, the oil pumps, oil silos, and loading station will need to have their groundwork done just as any other building. Now, as both the city and the oil field infrastructure will need building, we can divide this labor between the concrete truck and in the other trucks. If the concrete truck is only delivering concrete to the oil field, its limited speed won't be slowing down the other trucks delivering their resources to the city. Once all the concrete has been delivered to the oil field, a switch is made, and the concrete truck will deliver its concrete to the city, and the other trucks will deliver their resources to the oil field. This way, we can uphold the maximum vehicle utilization efficiency, even with the limited speed of the concrete truck. With solid plan laid out for our glorious socialist republic, first groundworks completed and initial issues solved brilliantly, we are well within the time frame of our 5-year plan, which is establishing a functional socialist city and begin the exportation of oil. And with our magnificent socialist Central Design Bureau working day and night to even further refine and micromanage every aspect of our shared socialist prosperity and future, we are almost certain to even exceed what we initially were aiming for. The future is guaranteed to be as bright as the midday sun on the Arabic map. Until next time, my friends.